Hey everyone, it's Hippie here at Hippie's Common Sense Corner with this week's two topics. I've decided to do basically two topics this week called Talking and Texting While Driving and Hypocrisies. For some reason I decided to do two topics, talk about two different things this week. And when you hear the two topics, they're really not connected. So don't spend a lot of time trying to figure out how the two are connected, unless you want them to be. The choice is totally yours. And I know last week's at the end of the video I said this week's topic was going to be animal abuse. And it was. I was even working on it till a tragedy happened. So I put that one on hold. I will get back to it, but it'll be within the next few weeks, I would imagine. But I felt this one was more important to do. To get into why I changed it talking and texting on a cell phone while driving is, as you guys watch the other uploads, if not, go back to watch them, even though they suck. I will get better at this. I've been wanting to do this for a few years, and I was hoping I could find somebody that could be here all the time to help me with this. So I kind of rushed it. And I guess I'm trying to learn as I go. But, okay, let's get into this. As most of you know, like I said, go back and listen. I drove semi on and off for 32 years. I'm a third generation truck driver. I've done home improvement. I've done a lot of things in my life, but truck driving was always the one constant. And I did that basically until December of 2009 when I had my strokes. Then I semi-retired. Well, then I helped a guy out, and he offered me a deal that if I come and work at his firm, volunteer a few hours a week, he would pay for my schooling. That was about 4 years ago, maybe 5. Probably about 4.5 years ago. And then about 2 years ago, he hired a secretary named, and I'm not going to give her the last name out of respect to her and her family, but her first name is Liz. And now you also have to remember, or you need to know, I grew up with Liz, her brother, and her sisters. I knew her mom, I knew everybody in the family, because we only grew up like 2.5 blocks away from each other. And they were going to be, they were planning on throwing a surprise anniversary party They came up with this in March of this year, that they're going to throw a surprise, like 60th, 50th, 60th wedding anniversary, or maybe even 75, I don't know what it was, for their grandparents. Well, they told their mom about it, or their parents. And, and Liz talked to her family in March, saying, I can't get home too often, but I'll help you over the phone, emails, text messaging, Skype, whatever. But to make up for my absence, I'll cover most of the bill, pay most of the expenses. Well, they worked that out, I guess. Well, come May, they realized their grandparents' anniversary is on Halloween, which would have been yesterday, the 31st. Excuse me, my phone is going off. Sorry about that. Where did I leave up? Oh yeah. And so they worked that out. So they told their parents about it. Well, one day in probably a couple weeks later, so we were talking end of March, beginning of April, middle of April, they're at the dining room table because they're making calls, getting prices on the hall, caterers, and all that stuff. When their mother walked in and said, our anniversary's coming up this year, and it's, a special anniversary, probably their 25th, I would imagine, or something, and we were thinking about throwing a party. Well, Liz's sister Karen said, well, Mom, instead of just having a surprise party for Grandma and Grandpa and their brother Ronald said, we shouldn't have a surprise party for Grandma and Grandpa anyways, because we all yelled, surprise, they'll probably have a heart attack. So why don't we just have a big anniversary for both of you? And the mom said, yeah, that's great. Well, they talked. Well, then the mom came back later that day and said, well, I talked to your dad and your grandparents, and they said, we seem to be having people coming from all over the country and Canada. Let's make it kind of like a family reunion too. Oh, yeah, great. So May came. Liz, working at the firm, put in for vacation from Thursday, October 29th till Sunday, November 1st. Meaning she'd be back to work on the 2nd. So that, then the boss said, he okayed it, of course, and he found out what was going on, but he made a comment saying, this, October is a bad month for us because you're coming to the end of the final quarter, end of the year, so you got to get all your paperwork ready for the fourth quarter. In the final quarter, taxes for next year. And she goes, yeah, I know, but my grandparents' anniversary is on Halloween, which would have been Saturday. And we're doing my parents' anniversary, that's in December, and big family reunion. He said, oh yeah, no problem. And she goes, and I know we have a big meeting set up for Thursday morning. She said, I'll come in to work, even though I have vacation that day. She said, I'll come and work till lunch, and then I'll go home, pack, and leave. So she did. And I don't know what time she left, but she left, sometime around lunch. I remember last time I actually seen her. And, we didn't think nothing of it. So Thursday night, Friday morning, I'm working on this week's upload, animal abuse. Well, right around between 2 and 3, my phone rings. It's our boss. And he's telling me that Liz was in a car accident. And I'm sure a lot of you's gotten this call. And I don't know, some may agree, and a lot of you may not agree. Put it down in the comments below. Please put it in the comments, because I'll explain that to you at the end. But anytime I get a call that somebody's in an accident, first you think, how bad is it? But then you come back to reality, thinking, she ascended somebody, or somebody ascended her, or they collided at an intersection. Well, I asked the boss, I said, how bad is it? He goes, pretty bad. She's in bad shape. They don't know if she makes it, and if she does make it, she may have brain damage. And I all I remember saying to him is, please tell me that the other driver wasn't drunk. He says, I don't know. He said, I just found out. He said, and this accident happened a couple hours earlier. So, like around 11, between 11 and midnight by the time he got the call. So, he said he'd keep me updated. Well, when I got off the phone, I'm not kidding you, I flipped my phone, and you can, in any of my videos, you can look at one video, I got something there, and it's usually linked in with the topic the topic I'm talking about. Okay, but I no more hung up. I closed the flip top. I set it down after talking to the boss. I no more did that. My phone rang again. I thought it was the boss calling me back to tell me he forgot to tell me something. Well, when I said hello, it was Derek, the owner of Big Black Cat Club and Bar, Crowd Control and Bouncing. They hired the company to take care of help at the party, to keep non-invitees or people that are too drunk to drive. They had hired people to drive these, take your keys away and drive them to wherever they're staying at. And he called me up and he goes, Hippie, I got bad news for you. I said, if it's about Liz, I know him. He goes, yeah, it is. And he's telling me about it. And I said to him, I remember saying this to him, I said, please tell me that the other guy wasn't drunk. He said, no. Or no, first I said, don't tell me she died. He said, no, she's still in she's in critical condition. And he brought up about the brain damage again. And all I remember saying again is, please tell me that the other driver wasn't drunk. He said the cops said no, he was either talking or texting on a fucking cell phone. So, I talked to him, and we talked for a little bit, and he said he'd keep me updated. When I got off the phone, I was working on everything. I just threw it off here, and I just screamed and pissed off. And I just sat there thinking, just imagining what her parents and grandparents are going through. Well, after a long time, I get up to go to the refrigerator to get something to drink. When I came back, I seen the stuff, I picked it up. And I went to go to work on it again, and I said, no, I can't do animal abuse. I'm sorry. I just felt this has always been a touchy subject. Drinking and driving and cell phone talking has been a very touchy subject with me. Being a truck driver, okay? My way of thinking is, if that phone call is that damn important, pull the fuck over. Take the phone call. If you're in that big of a hurry, get one of these, or one of these up here, or a Bluetooth. I could not have a Bluetooth, okay? Something with my voice would always blow out everybody else's ears. But I could hook this into that flip top. I do have a stupid phone here, and I just got it within the last year or two. I tried to stay away from them phones. But what I found out with my phones is, you plug the charger into your cigarette lighter, put the phone on the doghouse, take this from the phone, put it in your ear. Because I'd be going down an interstate, a car would cut in front of me. I have to lock up my brakes, and I'm grossed out on weight. 79,000, 77, 78, 79, 80,000 pounds. So all that weight's pushing me. Well, the car takes off, and I'd catch up to it. And they would either be texting or talking on the goddamn cell phone. I've ran a lot of businesses in my life. But there's nothing more that's that important of a phone call that you have to put yourself or somebody else in danger. And if it is, like I said, they have enough shit out there where there's even a new one out through the Bluetooth on the car, I guess, where you can talk right through the fucking speakers or something. Well, I get done talking to him and I went to work on it, so like I said, so I decided to change it to this. You know, about talking and texting. Well, on Saturday, it felt like I got kicked in the chest by a bull. Or ran over by a train or something. I get the call I was dreading. Good news is Liz is going to live. But she has severe brain damage along with being paralyzed from the neck down. I don't care who it could be, my worst enemy. Nobody deserves that bullshit, okay? So again, please use common sense when it comes to using your cell phone and driving, okay? Or texting, talking, whatever. It just tears, I don't know. Because when I was driving truck years ago, I would drive at night because I ran a lot of Texas, you know, down south, Texas, Louisiana, Florida. So to me, it made more sense to drive at night because I drove the big road at night. And okay, before 2010, I was living on 13th and College in Milwaukee, about a block and a half north of College. Right there on, you go up to, you know, if you go south on 13th, make a right on College, the interstate on-ramp is right there. And right on the corner was a Speedway gas station that sold diesel fuel. So I could leave in front of my building, stop and get fuel, get on the freeway, and drive from here to Columbus, Ohio, and make it in 8.5 hours. And I was hauling cars at the time, so I make it to London, Ohio, where there's a TA. I would park, sleep at night, or I'd sleep. Because if you still dark out, and I'd sleep for a little bit, wake up, go and drop off my car. My cars, pick up what I had to do and head back home. Like when we're running to Texas all the time, it gets hot down there. So I run the big road at night, and then when I get to Texas, it would be morning. We go and drop off our trailers at because I was hauling freight at the time. We drop our trailers off at the building. Disconnect them. We'd go to a truck stop, eat breakfast, fill up eat breakfast, take our shower. I'd take my shower, and I'd find a corner to sleep in, so I could run my air conditioner. And it wasn't so much strain on the truck or using so much fuel. I'd wake up in the evening, grab my trailer and head back. Come home, do the same thing. And I'm telling you, people, and then at night, the danger became double, because I'm not only trying to avoid cell phone users, I'm avoiding drunk drivers. So they're both very touchy subjects with me. And you're going to find out on my next episode, my next upload, because my next upload is going to be smoking versus drinking and driving. Because what is this, my third or fourth upload, not counting the introduction, where they're actually videos? The numbers are still not adding up, so I figure I gotta do something to get you people to either, like my last upload, COVID-19 and common sense, I believe is what the last upload was. Hold on, let me see. Let me see here. Oh, common sense and COVID-19. Okay. That was last Monday. So far, I went into the studio of YouTube. I've had 75 views. Only 2 likes. That's fine. But what I don't understand is I have no dislikes, no comments. I have 1 subscriber. Somebody actually unsubscribed. So I'm sitting here thinking, you know what, I have to either piss you people off, or get inside your heads, or get under your skin, just to get you to come back and maybe get pissed off at me, to leave comments down below, or at my email, Gmail, or Facebook. Because I actually would have thought that I would have gotten more, at least, dislikes. I just can't, the common sense of COVID-19, I had 100 and some views and only 2 likes, which is fine, I'm not worried. But again, 0 dislikes. Something's just not right here. It ain't adding up. So I don't know. And like I said, I know the videos aren't the greatest. I've been talking to a lot of people, friends and family, and they're telling me what I'm doing wrong. You'd think I'd even get comments on that, like, oh, this idiot needs to learn how to do this. Or get better, something. But, I don't know, they will get better, and the topics are going to be more mixed, where I'm going to be pissing people off. I'm trying not to insult anybody or hurt people's feelings or pick on anybody, but this is a common sense show, because like I said many times, common sense is great, but there's one problem. It's just not common anymore. And when it comes to the hypocrisies, the hypocrites on here, or hypocrisies, like I've said many times in my personal life, and I believe I said it on one of the videos or the introduction, I work hard not to be a hypocrite, because we're all hypocrites at one time. Because if we weren't, we wouldn't get mad at people for the same thing that they got mad at us about, okay? And I hate hypocrisy so much that I've gotten into fights over it. I mean, hell, I've lost all my teeth fighting. So, but I'm just trying to get you people to wake up and start thinking for yourself. Like I said on that doctor's appointment one, I work so hard not to be a hypocrite that I actually get in trouble, because there's only one thing more important to me than anything in the world other than my loved ones. and that list is getting very small too, is loyalty. If somebody came up to me right now and said, Hippie, you got a choice, $1 million here or true loyalty, I'll take the true loyalty, because I can always steal the fucking money. That's not a problem. You can always make money. Loyalty you cannot find these days. A lot of people say, "Oh, I'm loyal," but they don't know loyal from a hole in their asshole and then a hole in the ground, And I fought a lot over the loyalty too. But I'm trying to letting you guys know, you viewers know, that this is what these topics are going to be getting into until I start getting comments below to where you're guiding. And again, you can always leave suggestions of a topic you want me to cover. And I'm serious, we can go anywhere with it. There's no topic that's taboo. If I wouldn't have started so late with this, I would have been on talking about the elections. Because I don't think... I'm 52 years old. And I never really started following politics till I started driving truck. Because out of all the professions in the world, there's a lot of them that are regulated by the government, okay, by the federal government in politics. But not like truck driving. And I say that because we have, now that they got this new LED logbook, or ELD log, whatever, electronic logbook. But back when we did our paper logs, that was a federal document, okay? The politics affected fuel prices. You guys that have a driver's license, whatever state you live in, there's a copy of your driver's license at your capital, at the head motor vehicle department, okay? Just like mine is in Madison, in Wisconsin here. But there's also a copy of my driver's license and my medical card in Washington, D.C. But yet, like I said, when it comes, I didn't really want to talk to you about that crap. I want to talk to you about texting and talking while driving. I know everybody's got a busy life, and big multi-billion-dollar companies are making it easy for us by, making, phones and tablets and all that. Use common sense. Come on. It's free. And actually, if you use the common sense right, it can also be rewarding and profitable. So, just use the common sense. And I'd like to give another shout out to, before I wrap this up, to Big Black Cat Club and Bar Crowd Control and Bouncing, because the guy finished selling me the company. I own it now. And like I said, we used it at a wedding. If you own a bar or club, whatever, or have a party, call me or contact me in the description. I have one of the links or addresses down there. I will come to you. I will bring the bouncers. If you're opening up a club or something, and maybe the bouncers you have aren't, they're making too many rookie mistakes, call me. I'll come and check it out. I'll straighten it out for you. Anywhere in the lower 48. If you need help hiring because you don't know what temperament of person, I can take care of all that for you. And I guarantee you my prices are reasonable, competitive. There isn't too many people that do this, but I can work out different things for you, different prices. So, again, call me at 414, like I said, it was my number last time I did this, 414, which is to this piece of shit. Call me at 414-430-6774. 414-430-6774. Or go to one of my addresses or the link in the description. Eventually this sheet will have the name of this channel on here with all the email, Gmail, Facebook, phone number, everything. I'm going to be getting a post office box pretty soon. I got 2 letters in my email this week, and they were basically the same as the one I read you last week. So everybody have a good week. I'm really looking forward, and pound that dislike if that's what you need to do, but hit subscribe, follow this channel. I guarantee you'll learn a lot. We're going to learn a lot together. So pound the hell out of that subscribe, the like, the dislike. Fill that comment area up. I'm going to read every comment I get. And go back and look at it, because usually I leave a comment, like this will be uploaded tomorrow, Monday, November 2nd, which was my old partner last call's birthday. Who has passed away now. Tomorrow I will, excuse me, come here. Either tomorrow or Tuesday. Well, Tuesday's election day, but I usually kind of leave a comment down below, so go back and read the comment. Respond to that. Respond to the video. Respond to me. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. If there's something that's really bothering you and you can't figure it out, leave it down below or in my email if you don't want everybody to read it. Gmail, Facebook, or Facebook. I never had a Facebook account. I don't even know how to use a damn thing, but I did it for this channel. I got a Gmail, email. You got my cell phone number. Go ahead, leave it a suggestion of a topic or a problem you have. We'll figure it out. And I'll see you guys next week. Be safe and use common sense. Ciao.